What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. And happy Colonizers Independence Day to you. Alright, I hope you guys are doing well and enjoying your life and times and being safe out there. Alright. Don't forget, we still are in the middle of a pandemic. Alright, be safe out there. But I want to come through and speak on a situation that happened a little while ago. I meant to speak on it earlier, but got sidetracked. And that is this happened in the UK, by the way. You know, the United Kingdom, Great Britain, whatever they're calling themselves these days. But a situation with a black man, a Black Lives Matter protester named Patrick Hutchinson, coming to the rescue of a white man, particularly a white man who was more or less counter protesting, you know. And I just want to speak on that situation and just explore that. And I did post a video, not a video, but I did a community tab post of this situation as well. You know, it kind of showed a couple of stories from the media, or from media outlets that covered this story rather. But I kind of want to just give more commentary on it, you know. So here we go. So, the media, you know, loves to circulate this type of imagery, right, of black people, especially black men, engaging in this type of behavior, coming to the defense and saving this suspected, I guess some people are saying, far right white man, and that's what we're calling it now. And they love perpetuating this type of imagery in the media because it's sort of like a fantasy, I guess. It kind of somewhat harkens back to slavery as well, perhaps, where it's like, oh, no matter what, this black person will be at my beck and call and will do anything I say and will defend me no matter what. Pretty much just having like someone to kick around, I guess. I know that's a bit of an understatement, but still, the spirit of that applies, right? And also, considering the climate that we're in, shouldn't it really be the other way around? And considering history, considering how much black people have, given forcefully, and, black people being relatively good sports about a lot of fucked up shit that happened in history, shouldn't it really be the other way around, where it's like perhaps this far right leaning white man comes to the rescue of this black guy? That would make for a more interesting and more profound story, right? Where it's like, well, maybe, the far right wing guy has had some sort of epiphany, or perhaps has seen the error of his ways. Something to that effect, right? I think that would make a more interesting story and a more profound story. But, I'm not sure if they would really want to push something like that in the media. I mean, on one hand, they do kind of like to push the white savior type thing. You'll see that on occasions too, where it's like, oh, these blackies couldn't do anything themselves, and then us white saviors came in and helped them out. These blackies, they didn't have, know how to do anything. They didn't know how to read or write or do math. They were just, just destitute. But we came out and saved them. We surely did. We did save them. We helped educate them, and we helped to feed them. And Shaquita and her baby daddy left her, and we helped her. We sure did. And Jacquees, he was in jail for over 5 years. He was. he was serving 5 to 10 years, but he got out early and we helped him get back on his feet. We sure did. We did. We were white saviors to those blackies. We sure did. And we really need to give ourselves a round of applause for this. We sure do. Good job, white people. We are good people. Yes, we are. And you'll see something like that being pushed, right? But you won't see something that would kind of like challenge the status quo and be a threat to the system of white supremacy. And also, he shouldn't have been out there to begin with. Why the fuck was he out there anyway? Why was his ass out there? Right? To counter protest, black people receiving justice and fairness in the legal system. Oh no, God forbid black folks get justice and fairness in the legal system. Oh no, the world is truly going to end there, right? Because really, black folks ain't asking for anything special. This ain't nothing special. It's not like black people are asking the legal system to just totally disregard all of their crimes. It's just don't trump up the crimes to on-site death sentences just because someone perhaps was passing off a $20 bill or a $10 bill that was counterfeit, or going for a jog, or was sleeping. I don't even think that's a crime. I don't even think sleeping and jogging are crimes. I don't think so. The last time I checked, sleeping and jogging were not crimes. All right. And to keep it real, some of these far right protesters out there need to be knocked upside the goddamn head. That's the only way they're gonna learn some shit. Some people, you can kind of talk with them and reason with them sometimes, and then sometimes some folks you just gotta go upside their head. Sometimes sometimes you just gotta whoop their ass, right? Spare the rod, spoil the child. And I feel like sometimes, for some reason, when it comes to white folks, we want to spare the rod. Just like in the black community, when it comes to black men, a lot of times we want to spare the rod. And that's why these motherfuckers out here acting a wild ass fool on the loose. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. All right. And as well, they need to know that your actions and what you support do have consequences. If you supporting some fucked up shit, if you doing some fucked up actions, you gonna get fucked up, right? And really, it needs to be their own people doing this shit to them and getting them together. But we know that ain't gonna really happen. All right. And also, who's doing this for black people? Like, who's coming to black people's rescue like this? Especially black women. Like, who's doing this for black folks like that? Where is like the story of some black person, or rather some white man or non-black man in general, or just some non-black person in general coming to like a black woman's rescue? I'm sure it's happened before, but I haven't really heard that story pushed in the media. Or as well, like some non-white person coming to a black man's rescue, right? And while this story does help to, I guess, counter, the black man victim narrative that's being pushed out here a lot, ultimately it still doesn't help black folks like that. It may kind of help counter that image per se, but it's just replacing one fucked up image with another fucked up image, right? So it's more just like, oh well, you can have this pile of shit to the left, or you can have this pile of shit to the right. Like, it's still a pile of shit. It's like either option is just not really what you want. And then, as well, the black woman's public image. She's being pushed out here as like the social justice warrior, super black woman to the rescue. She will save our people. She surely will. The super black woman can do it all. God damn it. She sure can. She can raise a family of 5 by herself. She don't need no man. She's strong, black, and independent. She'll sell her black man out for a welfare check. She surely will. She'll wear weave that don't match her hair texture. She surely will. All right. She'll have a bad attitude against black men and everybody else in the community and outside the community. She surely will. Yes, she will. The black woman is the original Al Qaeda. She's been terrorizing the black man since the beginning of time. Al Qaeda ain't got nothing on the black woman. All right. And you'll see that where it's like, oh, black women being strong and independent, and then it'll be used against them somewhere down the road, right? The black community will ride that wave of strong black independent women. They'll ride that wave, right? Because a big part of it is because it helps to alleviate responsibility from the black man. Like, say, the black man just up and left, and now the black woman has to raise children by herself. Oh, strong black and independent woman to the rescue. She don't need a man. She sure don't. And the community loves to push that because then black men don't have to be responsible for as much, right? Oh, the black woman, she doesn't need the black man for finances either. Okay, that's awesome too, right? And, the black woman, she doesn't need the black man for fathers to, be father to children, for the financial support, right? To build and protect the community and her. She surely don't. All she need a black man for is a sperm donor and some dick. That's all she needs a black man for. All right, don't you go trying to ask too much of the black man now. All right, the black man gonna give you what he got. And there's plenty of black women who will go along with it too, and check other black women who may get out of line and start asking for more. Right? Sister, you need to stop. Being so hard on our brothers, on our black kings, sister. That's why black kings don't want nothing to do with us now half the time, because of black women like you always asking black men for stuff, asking them to pay child support, asking them to take care of their kids, asking them to provide for you and your family. Oh, money hungry, hypergamous hoe. You should have chose better. You sure did. Shoot, I love my black king. Yes, I do. I sure do. I don't be asking my black king for nothing. All right. My black king is all I need. I don't need a wedding ring. Sure don't. I'll take a black king as he is. Just give me what he got. I'll build a black king up from the ground up. I sure will. Because I'm a good one. All right. If they want to call me a mammy, call me a pygmy, a pygmisha, call me a mule, whatever. Everything me and my black king do is clever. All right. So stop it. All right. But back to business, though. So, again, the black community loves the strong, black, independent woman stereotype. And that's why I think, both black men and black women like it. I mentioned why black men like it because it, alleviates them from responsibility, and black women like it because it does give them a sense of validation, and it allows, them to kind of be seen in a way or be acknowledged in a way. as well. Um, and ultimately, I think that, again, there's positives to the stereotype and that sort of a thing, but there's also a downside to it. And I guess one of the downsides is that, some black men may feel like, oh, it's a turnoff, perhaps, right? And as well, I think that black men who do support that stereotype may low key be contributing and participating in their own emasculization in a way, right? And I think that there's good from the stereotype and there's bad from the stereotype too, because it's like on one hand, you don't want to be like a doormat or a weak ass female. Of course not. But I guess on the other hand, you don't want to be like seen as too strong and too independent because then people will kind of treat you accordingly. And you know, and as well, like in regards to the black woman's public image, we've been seeing a lot of protesting and a lot of black women being, captured, I guess, for lack of a better lack of a better word, being photographed protesting and being filmed protesting, and having a voice and having you know visibility in the media, right? And I'm sure there's black women who do feel like, wow, this is what's up. And people are hyping up black women who are doing this in the community and outside of the community as well. Um, but I do know that there is a segment of black women who are against that type of imagery because they feel like it's very damaging to their image and ultimately like kind of like their desirability, and it may also put a target on their back as well in regards to being in the system of white supremacy and being seen as a threat. And again, notice these images that are in the media where it's like the black man, I'm not sure if he's really being seen as like quote unquote a threat or the threat, any type of a threat, you know. And I think that's the image that black men, well, the image that white people, as well as some non white people, are very comfortable with. But it's a bit strange because on one hand, the black man is seen as like not a threat, but on the other hand, he is seen as threatening, right? Like, oh, this black man got on the elevator and, this white woman was clutching her purse. you know, like, oh no, he's going to steal my purse. That black man over here, he's going to steal my purse. Like, yes, my name is Karen. Can I speak with your manager? There's a black man on the elevator. And I'm just not okay with that. Please, please, please post a sign out there that says no black man on the elevator. At least not while white women are on the elevator. Are you sure you're the manager? Are you sure? Are you sure? Let me speak to your manager. Yes, my name is Karen, and I want to speak to the manager who manages this whole place. Please, let me see. No, because this is unacceptable, all right? This is unacceptable. I was on the elevator with a black man. You don't know what could have happened. I don't know what could have happened to me. He could have snatched my purse that has $2 in it. He could have snatched that. If you're going to let black men ride on these elevators, you need to have security guards in there 24/7. Anytime they're there. I can't take this. And make sure that the security guard is not black. Thank you. Have a great day. And yes, my name is Karen. That's with a K. Karen. Karen. All right. Thank you very much. And happy 4th of July holiday to you all. Yes, this is the land of the free. Yes, free from black men. Yes. But again, the imagery, right? The imagery out there is important. And again, the imagery out there lately, I don't know, it hasn't been showing black men as being like threat to the system, but perhaps like a threat on like an individual level, like, oh, he may rob you, like, oh, he may carjack you, oh, he may snatch your purse or some shit, something like that, or sexually assault you or rape you, right? Something like that, right? But not necessarily like a threat to the system per se, right? And again, I'm sure there are some freedom fighting black men out there, but you're just not seeing them, right? And that could be purposely. And then I know some people come through and like, well, they out there, you can't see them. Oh, they moving in silent. Okay, we'll see. And a bit off topic, but I guess on topic. Terry Crews, boy, Terry Crews has been just straight up wilding out here. I'm talking about a wild ass coon on the loose. God damn it, shit. God damn. And it's just like, stop. Just stop, Terry. Just stop it. It's like, where does his wife like, where is his wife? Should have stepped in and like, no more Twitter and social media for you, Terry. Shit. But again, this is the same dude that was allowing, a white movie executive, possibly Jewish, to, grope him. Goddamn, grope a nigga. Grope a big ass, a black ass, muscular ass nigga. So, that movie executive, he must have been, I don't know, because that's a really bold ass move, especially, looking how Terry Crews looks. That's a bold ass move to do on another dude, Now, if this was a woman, yeah, she could probably get away with that, But that's a really bold ass move. So that movie executive must have been feeling really confident that, things would go over. And as well, he did it in front of his wife, too. So that's a really bold ass move. So either that movie executive has got the biggest cojones, or either this movie executive just knew that, he done heard about Terry Crews. You know how Mr. Crews likes to cruise, baby. He wanted to take a ride. But yeah, yeah. And then Terry Crews, he was low-key or high-key throwing Gabrielle Union under the bus versus just staying out of it and maybe even just support the sister or just stay out of it, Then now Terry Crews talking about we can't be replacing white supremacy with black supremacy. Oh, no, we sure can't. We can't do that to our white brothers and sisters, even though our white brothers and sisters have been doing this to us since we goddamn was dragged to the country and enslaved in the country, goddamn and shit. But yeah, we can't do that, We can't do that. That ain't right. And then, this is a whole nother story too. I haven't really been following this story because it's very cringy. And I'm just like, oh no. But the story with like Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina and Will Smith giving his blessing for them to have a relationship. And to be fair, I don't know a lot about that story. I've just been hearing about it. But I'm like, well, why did August Alsina tell? I mean, why did he feel a need to, tell about it? Did he feel like he was like, Me Too, like, Jada, did some things that just weren't copacetic with him, or, just scarred him for life, or did something, turned him out or some shit, and it's like, Me Too. Me too. Shit. But yeah, why did he really feel the need to come out and say something like that? And also, word on the street is Will and Jada were swingers already. I kind of heard that a while ago. Didn't know if it was completely true or not, but I'm like, well, maybe. And as well, like, even years before that, I seen some very suspect photos of Jada. And in these photos, she didn't look like Jada. She looked like Jado. God damn it. Because she was looking really like masculine, butch, and like a stud. And she was hugged up on this woman too. And it wasn't like, oh, hey, girl, I haven't seen you in forever, girl. Where you been? It wasn't like that type of hugging. It was like, hey, girl, where you been at, baby? And that was like years ago, and like maybe like the early to mid 2000s. And I was like, well, maybe she was acting, you know, even though she was at that time, it was like Jada was trying to have like a music career. She had some type of a music career for like a quick second, you know. Well, maybe she was acting. Jada is an actress. So maybe she was just doing some acting. But yeah. But yeah, Jado and Willa, you know, they've been rumors about them for a while, and they have the right to live their lives how they want to live it. To be fair, and it is their business, you know. But people are very interested in celebrities' business, right? But I think partially why I kind of was like, oh, I don't want to hear about this story. It's just, I don't know, it's just really cringy and like, it's just not a good look out there, you know. Whew, I tell you. But if that's how Willa and Jado want to live their lives, then good for them. You know, they have every right to swing and swap and drop and all that good stuff. They sure do. Jado and Willa, you know, do you. All right. Just be safe out there. All right. Just be safe right now. And also, make sure you fool with some folks who are legal, definitely. And as well, who can keep their mouth shut, you know. I guess August Alsina got tired of being, Jado's hoe boy. You know, he got tired of being a hoe boy out there, so he was like, "I gotta come out and tell my story. I gotta tell it. I gotta. Me too. Me too. Me too." Just like Terry Crews had to come out and tell his Me Too story. But that's all I gotta say for now, y'all. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.